What's good, everybody? This is Chris, and today I want to talk to you guys about transportation. The technique of driving cannabis prior to license and legalization has been an art. Back when cannabis was considered a drug and illegal, it would be outlawed and smuggled. Transportation has always been a tricky subject. So it's kind of ironic, but especially when it's legal now, how legally transporting flower is, there's a protocol to it. We have a detailed manifest system, a live feed to the metric showing like what's actually out there, what's on the road, what's accepted in the system, what's rejected in the system, etc. So we have sophisticated ways nowadays to track this industry and to track, cannabis. But prior, when it used to be called weed or marijuana or pot, it was more condemned, and you would be arrested, profiled, pulled over, etc., and you would be subject to searches that would be either unconstitutional or excessive force or all of the above. Like, there's a lot of bad situations that came out of the past years, decades, centuries of marijuana being outlawed, especially in the past decades from the 60s or so, 70s on up. So in Northern California, for instance, in the early 2000s, we were driving it down legally through the state's medical laws, but the medical laws were gray areas, so they didn't protect us too well, and the cops would take advantage of that sometimes, for better or for worse. And you see it all the time in movies, like there's corrupt cops out there. So when there's lots of money on the table and there's not a lot of oversight or regulation, there's a lot of room for things to disappear. We'll just leave it at that. So nowadays, thankfully, we have, this is what's called a transportation manifest, but we put that along with an invoice, a sales invoice. And this manifest has all of our info in it. And so these are all things in contrast to what I started things out with, what it used to be. And that's why I was saying back then, there was also a lot of gray area for cops to misinterpret it. And a lot of product and a lot of cash got lost. So there's certain just protocols and hoops that you got to kind of jump through in order to do it right these days, but it makes it so much more worth it because you're not risking hundreds of thousands of dollars on the road as a gamble. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. Check our Instagram, like, subscribe, and leave comments down below, and check out the next videos. Thanks.